or not, you can do it successfully. I was involved in network marketing in Ireland, euphony. Many of us did that. I was one of the candidates that did euphony. We earned some money, isn't it? But where is it? Gone. By this March, PWAN group will be 11. But what this company has achieved within this short period of time, you will think they are 100 years because of the impact they have created. Now, she spoke also about the incentives you have when you are a PBO. One of the things that you can get is this. For instance, you are a PBO, registered PBO, and you decide to own, because we encourage PBOs to acquire something for themselves. So a property is going for, let's say, 4 million naira, and it's payable within 3 months. But you as a PBO, because you are part of the business, you can spread it to 2 years. All right? The price will not increase, because normally what happens is we have payment plans. So you have 3 months, 6 months, and 1 year. So if it exceeds 3 months, there's a different payment plan. If it exceeds 6 months, it involves a different payment plan. But for you who is a PBO, if it is 4 million, it is 4 million all the way. That's the privilege you have. Then you talk about, she was talking about the recruitment and the benefits. So for instance, you recruit people. You have what we call the PV, the pay voucher, which is converted to money in the end. And over a period of time, depending on how you recruit, that PV is coming back to you in form of reward of money. She mentioned 52,650. 52,650 give you a guarantee 15,000 naira to start your journey to owning your own home. And as you do that, you can actually be paying that 15,000 naira monthly, and you can also recruit. As you recruit, that PV is converted to money. Then it will be added to whatever you have contributed over a period of time. So depending on you, you can do it in 3 years, you can do it in 5 years. After that, depending on how much you are able to accumulate, your house is made for you. What kind of business does this, for goodness sake? If you are not in it, you don't understand what I'm saying. Maybe because I'm the one inside of it. Now, over the period of 5 years, because PWAN Heaven has been existing in the past 5 years, and in these 5 years, we've been able to do 1 or 2 things in the group. I think we are number 6 or 5 in the affiliates lineage. Right now, we have 32 functioning affiliates, and the 32 is spread all over. We have office in the US right now functioning, and I'm glad to announce to you that Dublin also now have an affiliate. So Dublin now have a center, all right? What that means is that instead of looking for answers from Nigeria only, you get your answers in Dublin here. And you have your host, who is going to be Amaka. Going forward, she heads the Dublin center. She has done well, I believe, and so that honor comes to her. So on behalf of the group chairman, the group president, I announce to you the birth of Dublin Center. Now, a center actually is more like a company. All right? A center is more like a company. And every information, everything that is needed. And I'm seeing people emerging from this center that are going to be billionaires. I'm telling you this. Because, like I said, there's so much in terms of funds that is tied here. And if you systematically invest it, you will have a home back home, sir. What I did for my children, all of them, every estate I have, at least they have one plot of land. All of them. I registered them. So it's not as if they are getting it free. Yeah, they are not getting it free. It's registered. You understand? So I am glad to announce that to you, but you are the one that will make things happen here. You are the one to make things happen here. Don't be the one that will be the onlooker and say, I will. Procrastination. I will. Let me see how my brother will do it well first before I join. Too late. Some of the people we join together. Some of them are still marketers. Some people are already MDs. All right? Who are employing people to work for them. I don't know which one you want. And Dublin is big. We can actually have 1, 2, 3 centers here because it's spread all over. It doesn't have to be just Nigerians. We have office also in Ghana at the moment. We're also trying to establish another one in the UK. In short, before the end of this, maybe during the Easter or after the Easter, I'll be in the UK to also establish that. Let me tell you, it's more like a gospel. It's a movement. And it takes people to take the movement from one place to the other. You are part of this. Registration, less than €5. For me, let me not even say, it's big money though, right? Less than €5 is big money, but it is something that is worth thinking. I wrote a book. My last year's birthday, I have to write a book about my life. Some of the stories I told now, they are there. All right? They're in that book. I came with a few copies because, be free to carry. I normally would travel with just my hand of it and God. But this time I said no. I told Pastor Maka, should I come with something? He said yes. So I said, okay, let me come with something. But it's the story of my life. €20 per copy is there. I think you have about 10 or so left or so. But let me tell you, the feedback I've gotten from that book, even me that wrote it, I'm surprised. That, are you sure? A friend of mine asked me, said, so what is why? These are the things you have gone through and you refuse to speak. So I said, of what effect will it have on me if I begin to tell you the story? Everyone I meet, I tell them the story. It won't really make sense. But when it was time to put it to paper, I was able to put it to paper. So let me have a copy. Now, one other thing I want to let you know is this. The real estate industry is so vast that right now, this is the book. All right? It's €20 per copy. The real estate industry is so vast that you have different version of it. So you talk about investment. All right? We just spoke about the aspects of making the money from through becoming a PBO. So let me explain some things that you want to invest. You say, but I don't live in Nigeria. What will I be doing with a house that I bought or a land that I bought? It is true that you don't live there. But let me tell you, While I was working, small money was coming in. So I bought 2 properties in Lekki Phase 1. 2. And these 2 properties, my boss was the one that forced me to buy them. I didn't use my money. It was the company's money. They gave us loan, housing loan, 10 million naira then. And those of us who are my age will tell that 10 million then was real money. So they gave all that money. And for me, I was afraid. What do I need to do with it? So they told me, they said, look, go and buy land in Lekki Phase 1. Then it was selling for 800. From 800, it went to 1.4. From 1.4, 2.8. It was when it got to 2.8, my eyes were open, and I bought 2. I didn't buy them because I wanted. I bought them to get the guy off my back. Then, I came to Ireland. After the sojourn, I went back. When I got back, I did some job, built 2 bungalows in them, and I left. Fenced it and I left. My lawyer rented them out. By the time I got back, he gave me a shocker of my life. He brought a passbook. You know, in those days, passbook is the real thing, not checkbook. So he gave me, and I saw 32 million, and I said, what is this? He said, from that your property. I said, which property? He said, the one in Lekki. Did you sold my land? He said, no. So how did you get this? Out of rent. What? You mean? He said, yes. At that time, it was renting for 7 million naira per unit. 3-bedroom bungalow, not duplex. So I said, okay. He said, you are surprised. I said, very surprised. He said, even at today, if you want to sell that property, sir, do you know that those properties are worth 350 million? I said, waiting. Just tell me the truth that you are just joking with me. He said, no. He said, I can set up, I can put the properties in the market and we'll go one day. Truly he did. One Saturday, we drove to Lekki Phase 1, and there was a particular gentleman and his wife, they came, and guess what I was hearing? 250 million. I said, what? So I told them, I said, please, just tell them that we'll get back to them. That was the end of the discussion. Those 2 properties today, one is valued at 450 million. Today, one property is valued at 450 million. So if I say I'm a millionaire, will somebody doubt it? Now, in terms of rent value, those 2 properties are giving me 9 million naira each. 9. Every year. Every November 30th, that money is going into my account. For the past 3 years, that is the rent. My land is still there, but I'm collecting 18 million naira every year. What are you doing with your money? Because one of the things when I mentor people, I talk to them, I tell them, give me your statement of account. Once I see your statement of account, I can tell how you are living, your lifestyle. I can tell you through your statement of account. Are you a Gucci lover? I will know. Bond Street? I will know. So when I want to now advise you, I will tell you areas to focus on developing. What do you do with your money? You need to ask yourself. It's up to you. Every penny that you put into land or property investment, the reward is something else. I just told you just 2. There are more that I can tell you. Now, talking about even the one that we are selling, I was telling my brother, this is my brother Lucky, the Deco. He knew some of the stories I'm talking about, he knew, so it's not as if I'm telling something abstract. He knew what I went through when I came and when I left. He came to my house once. I was telling him today, I said, if you come now, what you will say will blow your mind, though. So, we bought a land, we sold it for 1.5 million naira. Buy 5, get 1 free. That same property, I'm just talking of a period of 5 years. That property is selling at 35 million naira today. So you can imagine what you can do with your money. 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 1 million naira. You don't know you are earning money until you start investing. You wouldn't know. Because some of us, the money come 2,500 euros. We are calculating my auntie, my niece, and I ask a question, can you carry load when you are sitting down? You know, the community of Africa, we are related to almost everybody. And we want to help everybody without who is standing. So I thought some of you online have given you my I have to stand first before I can carry load. While I was here going through all the challenges I went through, somebody will call me and say, he don't die finish. As I speak to you now, 3 days ago I have not eaten. And he still speaks very strong. Somebody who has not eaten, he speaks. Now I got home. The person that is always calling to say I have not eaten, that I will scrap maybe 20 person is building a house. What do you call yourself? Wise or stupid? So the question is, can you stand without, can you carry load without standing up? You can't carry load when you are sitting. And that is what money does for you. When you are sitting and you are carrying a lot of relations on your head, they will blind you from looking and seeing opportunities ahead of you. Now, for the period of growth, when you are starting, be a miser. God allows it. He will not query you for doing that. But as you grow, learn to release your hands to bless more people. Give them according to that which is in your heart, not good face, so that they notice me. These are some of the principles that can guide you into investment. 70%. It could be less because our demands are different, right? Okay, I have a large family, so my 10% may not carry my entire family. So what I can do is that take something from that 70% and add it to my 10% to make it that 20 or 30. But the essence of it is that have something that you will put aside. You put it to work. Let that thing be building something to you. You know what happens is that every kobo you earn, you are plowing it into that investment. that portfolio of investment. So this month I have 30,000 naira to invest, and I invested it is bringing me 3 naira, for instance, right, which is 10%. Then next month I have another 30 naira. I put it into that 30 naira. What I have done is that I have increased the 30 naira to 60 naira investment. It's going to give me 66 naira instead of 3. What am I doing? I'm growing my wealth. That's the wealth creation formula. Any rich man, whether Dangote, Bill Gates, who are meeting for money and say you need 100 million, if he does not fall within that money of his benevolence, he will never give it. And you will go home and say, all these billionaires, they are very selfish. I thought when I asked him for ordinary 100 million, he will give it to me. Look at that. He will give you because he knows that in his mind, I have 10 million naira that I will give out to 100 people. What that means is that every person will have 100,000. You won't get more than that. These are the wealth creation formula. Some of us labor, we work. Let me tell you, if you sit down to do account of the money you are spending in a month, you will cry if you have heart. Because some of us, we don't have heart. If you have a heart, you will cry. Because you will be so angry with yourself that, so I've been earning this much and I've been wasting the money. You know, here they don't tell person what to do. You do it what you do. You do it your own way. So I'm careful with the use of words. But I'm very, very brutal when it comes to teaching because I want the best. So that next time if I come visiting, somebody will say, yes, that formula you gave to us, I applied it and this is the result. And it is visible. It's called discipline, which is what I applied. Oh, the story I told now, they are very sweet, I think. But I went through what I call that baking period, as in baking, the oven experience. It will burn the scale out of you. To sleep. But today, guess what? When it is 9 o'clock and you call me in the night, you won't get me up. I'll put the phone on silent. Put it up. Tomorrow we'll talk. Why? I have put in the hour. I have built a system. Like the Omumeris. They have built a system, right? That system today works for them. If these two people decide not to work, and all of us now work, they still live comfortably. Why? They put in the hour. I wonder, these people don't sleep more than 3-4 hours. But those of us who are not as wealthy as they are, we do 8. Say, doctor say we should do 8 hours sleep. So I go to bed by 9 o'clock, I'm out from the phone. Some say, but US is different from your time. If you need me, you will make out time for me. How can I show you something that will make you have wealth and I'll be the one to run after you? You will seek after me. You have to position yourself to have that niche that people can look after you, run to you. So I talk about marketing. When you have, I think I've exceeded my time, Amaka.
Yeah, continue, sir.
I should continue. Are you sure? Okay, so give me like 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Yes, that's why I said I've exceeded my time. So we have the marketing structure whereby you can do marketing in the area of friends. It starts from friends and family. Because some people say, I don't know how to market. How am I going to do this? So because of that, they are discouraged. But guess what? Nobody was born a marketer. You see this that Madame did? She's actually advertising it. Indirectly, advertising it unknown to her. Guess what? A friend will come and say, I like your hair. Where did you do it? He say, at Mama Siriki's place. What have you done? You advertise Mama Siriki. Guess what? Her friend will go there and do the hair. Meanwhile, she says she doesn't know how to market. So, the network marketing system involves starting it with your close peers, people who are close to you, who are related to you. And when you put this, I tell people, now I'm a celebrity, before I wasn't. So if I put my picture on my DP, who want to comment it? Your big head and your big nose. Those are the only things people will say. He has a big head and he has a big nose, isn't it? But like now, if I put my picture, I know him, this is Fred. You see, a system has been built and now the face is recognized. But for some of us, such has not happened. And you still put your pictures on your DP. What does it give to you? You have a phone. Maybe your phone, I don't know how much it is here, you do payment plan, isn't it? But when you convert it, it's almost the same thing as we buy over there. So, this Samsung Fold 4 is about 1.4. They see your DP. Please, don't waste money to buy an expensive phone and put your picture there. It won't give you anything. The reason why I have these two phones, one is my work phone, one is private. But guess what? I use them to make money. Not just phone, chat, how are you? How is your leg? Is your leg growing fatter now or is it growing thinner? Those are some of the things we do. Wasting airtime, wasting time, spoiling the phone, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, by the end of the month, they will deduct money from your account for your pay as how stupid can I be if I don't make money from my phone? It doesn't make sense. So we should be focused and we should be mindful. If you were a celebrity like Davido and Co, that one makes sense more because you put your picture there, it still earn you some money. But not now. You are not there yet. So put flyer there. Put a picture of a house there. If you are investing to rent, you can put your house that you are renting there. Let somebody call you to say, I saw what you put on your DP. What is it for? Then it gives window for you to speak to the person. Sincerely speaking, you can earn residual income. It is sweet. Wake up in the morning and look at your phone. You see alert for money that you did not sweat for. Maybe somebody somewhere saw your DP and make payment, and company decided to reward you for that. You are in your office. Before you close, you say, let me go check my phone. Alert. We call it alarm, not alarm. Because some are big. And so it was when I started as well. My friend said, Fred, now that you started real estate, there's one of my friends in the US, in Canada, that wants to buy a property in Banana Island. I said, that is what I live for. And so I started working on it. Took this guy through phone. He hasn't seen the land till today, 3 years after. Guess what? In the process, he deal 1.9 billion. He now paid the money into my account, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't sleep. I was counting figure left, right, center. I'll clean my eye, open the phone, I will count it. The zeros are so long. I will count it back. 3 in section. The thing was ringing in my 1.9 billion. The following day, he decided to pay me 10% of that money. 180 million naira. It's like I should just sit in the house and just be looking at the phone. And that was how I was. My bank officer called me, my bank manager called me the following day to, boy, what are you doing that this kind of money came into your account? I couldn't explain. He said, EFCC will invite you. I said, no problem. Truly, 3 days after, my phone rang, unknown number. I picked it. Are you Mr. Fred? I said, yes. You are requested to come to our office next tomorrow, Wednesday. I said, well, I won't be able to move on Wednesday. Can you make it Thursday? I was the one negotiating. I see cash. You know, and it is a legit business, so I wasn't scared. By the time I got there, they arranged 5 young ladies to comfort me. You know, I sat down in their midst, tea, coffee.